I'm Adam Rabinowitz, Chief Imaginator at Imaginate. In this series, I'll be talking about some common mistakes all entrepreneurs make. Mistake number 2, not testing your idea. I researched over 200 small businesses in 2005, and I discovered an astounding statistic. More than half of those business owners didn't test their idea before taking it to market. The result? Lots of wasted time and money producing something nobody wanted to use. Now, just because your idea has never been built before doesn't mean that you can't test it first. When I say you need to test the idea, what I mean is you need to understand where each and every assumption is in your thinking about the way the customers will react to your product before you go ahead and invest all that time and money building the product the way you think people want to use it. Assumptions are everywhere in our thinking. In a nutshell, an assumption is any fact that you're relying on that isn't a proven fact. When I say you need to test your idea, I mean you need to understand all the assumptions that you're making and test those. If you want to open up a food stall at a market, for example, you're already making dozens of assumptions. Will people want to buy the kind of food you're planning on making? How many people will be at the market on that day? How much food should you prepare? Is your price right? Will people be happy to pay the price you're asking? If you'd been running a food stall at that market for the last 6 months, you'd know all the answers to these questions. But if you're going in for the first time, you need to unpack each and every one of those assumptions and test each one. You can test your idea without building the whole product by understanding where your assumptions are and testing each one. Each test you create provides you with validated learning. Try to create real tests of your ideas and not just surveys. Remember, people will tell you what they think you want to hear in a survey. But when a test involves getting people to experience parts of your final product in an environment that's close enough to the real thing, you get a better idea of what they'll really do. So, to test your food stall, for example, make a sample of your food. Sell it from a cooler box outside a supermarket one Saturday morning. You'll get a fair idea of how many people are willing to spend their money on your food. Then, if the results match what you're expecting, you can go one step further, rent a stall at the market. You'll discover how people will respond to your offering in a real situation. You might find that you need to adjust your idea. You might find nobody wants to buy your product and you have to rethink it entirely. At least you'll have learned that lesson before you spend lots of money and a frustrating day at the market. You can download a list of the common mistakes entrepreneurs make from our website. And you can visit my blog for useful articles just for entrepreneurs. Stay tuned for more common mistakes entrepreneurs make, and be sure you're smarter than that. Till next time, take care.